All right, this is part 19. People, as I was saying, one of the best ways to tell if the particular account is one of them, or on their side, or working for them, or what have you, is to hang on. I have to wait for somebody to breathe again. Hang on. All right. You'll never believe what I'm gonna put out here, just based on where I'm at. All right. Anyway. All right. So that's a good way to tell. Is the topic at hand? Is it, if it turns out to be true, or whichever way the topic goes, if it were a particular way, in this case it would be, if it were true, would it help the American people and people all over the world? And your answer in that case, of course, would be yeah. Like, it would save their life, or most people's lives, which have been so wrongly taken from them. It would, I mean, literally, and at the very least, be extremely good for, humanity as a whole. But then you've got these particular people. It's not they just choose to hate. They're one of them, people. And they work for a particular entity who does not want it to be true or to happen. They apparently don't want you, anyone outside the committee, the commission, the group, the family, what have you, because they have so much, and they want to literally, because they're, for example, if somebody were like that, they would normally be labeled insane, a psychopath, something like that, crazy, whatever. But yet, those type of people apparently are the ones that run things, and it is the good people trapped inside those kind of institutions, and the not so good ones are outside of those institutions. And not only that, but running things, possibly running that very institution, having an influence on it with one phone call, possibly run the country or the world, who knows? Just for example. Just doesn't seem right, does it, people? So that's a good way to tell who's who. Remember that, and remember, it seems highly probable and highly likely at this point, apparently, that for every video or article or whatever that comes out that is true and in favor of, there is one, and sometimes more, that come out in opposition to. And it's simply just to confuse the ones that are in between, that are caught in between. And, another thing you can watch out for is they tend to sometimes I guess they love to use these particular shield names, like a knight in shining armor with a K, or it's once you start to identify them, you'll know what I mean. It's and then once you start to see the information, maybe how they are in existence on that particular site and everything will come to you, and you'll start to see. But put that in your mind, because that is something that needs to be there, and it is the fact that they, as it seems, apparently launched a recent campaign that is just apparently, possibly, could be, maybe, just to confuse the ones that are in between. That's all. So don't let anybody's negative words deter you from doing anything. Best way is to do all the research you can from the resources that you trust the most, and evaluate it and come out with your own decision. That's the best you can do right now. Now, I would tell you, yes, you can trust me, but I wouldn't be giving my own advice or my own points. And of course, I do it all on an for example basis. I'm not giving you legal advice by any means, or even personal advice by any means. I'm just, I just care about people, and I hate to see them end up in bad situations and stuff. But that's the, I would say in several people's opinion, that's how you can usually weed the bad ones out. And then one last thing here is regarding these shills, and due to the fact that most of you know now of where I'm at and what they do with me, meaning that they constantly watch me and what I'm doing and the notes I've taken and all that stuff. And I've got thousands of reports that haven't even been up, that I haven't at least put up online anywhere. And this is something I'm probably gonna have to come back in a final part 20 here, whatever, this urgent to semi-urgent message, but I'll try to wrap it up in this one. Maybe we'll get it done in 19. Let's see. People, it's just unbelievable. Every single note that I've taken, everything I do recently, and they've apparently been doing it for a number of years, and I'm talking before even before the years that, well, like I said, to an extent. I mean, there's an individual that has apparently considers himself some kind of a guru at this, and I'll admit he has got some good information. The only problem with him is that I tend to find wherever I see his name, I also see a lady's name. And let's just say I kind of pronounce it like Blavansky, but I could be wrong. But that sure is what it seems like, could be possibly, maybe, best of my comprehension, every time I see information by this individual, I somehow tend to see information that she has already put out, and that what seems to be as even self-admittance that he's also read. It's just what seems to be happening is, as they say, taking something old and just repackaging it and sending it right back out, All right, so I'm going to have to come back in part 20 here and try to explain this thing here, and hopefully that'll be it for now. I'll be right back.